only were that easy. Now it is. Meet Cassapp with Cassapp. Oh, there they are. Right. Hello, good evening. It's Queen Jamila. So I'm bored and I decided to come and speak to you guys about the Temperance and the Devil card and what it means when it shows up in a reading and why these are two of the most difficult. You got the angel and you got the devil. You got the devil, you got the angel. When you get this card in a love reading to represent a person's love style, because I can see that in their reading. For example, the Temperance. I would not want to get this card in a love reading. I wouldn't. This is letting you know that you got a spiritual battle on your hands. Okay? Is what this is representing. Temperance. I don't know who this Donna Lee is in the chat room, but let me put you on timeout because you seem to be having a something tonight, and I'm not your honey. Okay, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Okay, seriously, let's be respectful. Okay, you need to address me as High Priestess Jamila or Queen Jamila, and even Jamila. I have no problem with that, but don't come in here with that weird energy. I don't like it. Okay, because you're trying to distract me purposely from saying what I want to say. Okay, Temperance can really be difficult because guess what? Let me turn on my light real quick because I was sitting here meditating. Let's turn on the light. Temperance can represent somebody that wants what they can't have. Temperance can also represent somebody that requires another person to want you in order for them to fully commit to the relationship, or people like that don't fully, they actually don't ever fully commit to a relationship, to be honest with you. But Temperance represents when somebody, it's, I'm gonna tell you something. It's a very weak-minded individual, and this is where somebody needs for other people to want their partner before they will want them. Okay, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's codependency and it's da 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 and it's patience." Let me tell you something else Spirit told me about this card. This card represents when somebody needs for somebody else to want you before they'll want you and appreciate you. Y'all ever have relationships with men that or women that as soon as you start dating somebody else, they come running back to you? And then the next thing you know, they gone. And then you keep going on that cycle over and over again. That is what this card represents. It represents when, now, if you're looking at a female and I pull a Temperance card, that means that she wants everybody else's man. Why would you want to be with somebody that is not attracted to you unless someone else is? Why would you want to do that? Why would anybody do that? If I were dealing with a love relationship, I would want it to be real love. That's not real love. That's fake love. If you just want somebody just because somebody else wants them, that's pretty fake. We have a lot of people out there that are like that. Now, the devil paired with it can represent somebody very obsessive. They've got that very, very obsessive energy to where they, they just, they feel something there all the time. Sometimes it can be you. Sometimes it can be you looking at yourself and saying, what in the hell is wrong with you? Because you're not going to experience any real love wanting somebody just because somebody else wanted them. Reason why I bring this up is because I definitely saw that big time in the last reading that I did for the Libra. Why does somebody else have to validate the person that you want? And then what makes you think they're going to be that same person for you? Especially if you're dealing with a witch. 9 times out of 10, a witch done took a man, especially if you're a woman, a witch will take a man and make him what she wants him to be. She gonna make him a demon for you. She gonna make him demonic for you. You're not gonna get the same feeling that she gets. Especially if you are lucky enough to have a witch want you or bind you to her. So people that are like that, that's considered to be a perversion of love. That's not considered to be real love. It'll never be considered to be real love. Oh, I just want this person because somebody else wants them. Well, I'm sorry, buddy. You can't have somebody that's looking for real love. Oh, I just want this person because somebody else said that they wanted them. Oh, I don't think they're pretty unless somebody else validates them. Oh, I don't think that this person is handsome unless somebody... There's a lot of weak-minded people in this world. Because I don't care what you think he looked like. If that's who I love, I'm going to love him regardless. Has nothing to do with how anyone else feels about who I'm with. That's why you still got people that are either first dimensional, second dimensional, whatever you want to consider them to be. They're still running around here calling somebody else's lover ugly, saying that they're not good enough. The reason why you feel that way is because you are somebody that has a very, very weak mind. You have been programmed to probably like famous people. That's really how a lot of people are programmed, to like famous people that use Photoshop. Okay. So many of you have been programmed and trained a certain way in your mind. And that's what causes all of that civil unrest and just a bunch of crazy. You wouldn't have wanted that person unless somebody else wanted them. And please believe that at the time that you didn't want them, that person did not look good to you. And the reason why they looking good to you now is because they getting that good energy from that woman that is enriching them. They not going to get the same energy from you because what you doing is something fake. It's the fact. Oh, I want this person because somebody else wants this person. And I'm going to, these are the temperance card and the devil card is where you get these confused women running around. You're talking about, I'm going to take your man. I'm going to take your man from you. Now, be careful if you're dealing with a witch in that capacity because a witch can make his penis not get hard for no other woman. Just to let y'all know that. Okay. Temperance represents somebody that needs somebody else to make a fucking decision for them. Oh, you mean to tell me that this person is great? Wonderful. I want them. But you didn't even take the time to get to know them. You don't even know them. You only want that person because somebody else wanted that person. And that person ain't going to be the same person for you. It's not going to be the same sex. It's not going to be the same sexual energy. It's not, because that is not how love works. It's not. You want what somebody else has. That's another thing that temperance represents, is when you want something that somebody else has. Now, a person that wants what somebody else has all the time don't have much within themselves. You don't have no power within yourself. You don't even know who you are. You don't even know who you are. You just know you want to be somebody else that you're not. Oh, if I've got her man, I can be her. I have no, and don't go to practitioners like that either. Please, God, please, God, please, Goddess, please don't let these confused, vile practitioners have any impact on anybody's life. Stop it. You don't want something fake. You want something real. If you want what somebody else has, that means that you don't have anything within yourself. Because see, a person has to be able to see something in the other person, and they can see something that you can't see, that you ain't gonna never see, because it ain't meant for you to see it. That's why they say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because just because somebody is pretty or beautiful to somebody else don't mean it's meant for them to look pretty or beautiful to the next person, especially when it comes to love. That's why I'm so possessive. Now, the devil card can represent somebody possessive. I am very possessive over the men that I have in my life. So that's why I'm very, very vicious. In particular, when it comes to spell work and curses. If y'all women got somebody out there coming at you, talking about, I'm going to take your man, I can handle her. And I'm talking about in real life. I ain't talking about in fake YouTube land. I'm talking about in real life. To the point where the whole time he with that heifer, he thinking about you. Now, that's my natural impact on the men in my life, because I'm enchanted. But a lot of you can have that same enchantment, because I'm telling you, it's the truth. And a lot of these women that run around here and chase behind somebody else's man and want what somebody else has, they don't have nothing within themselves. Oh, I see so and so wants you. Oh, you look cute to me now. I think you look cute. Really? You think that person looks cute? That person is attracted to you? Fake, fraud, fake, 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 fraud. There's a lot of people where it's easier to pretend that they're having some sort of emotion than to actually do it, because I can promise you that love is hard. Love is so damn hard that when that person walks away from you, even for an hour, even for 2 hours, the only thing that you want is them right next to you. And it can be torture. It can be fucking hell when you're really experiencing love. Trust me, I've experienced it. I've experienced being in love. And a lot of people, when that temperance card come up, you don't really want to experience no love, because that lets me know that this person, especially with the devil, that lets me know that this person is probably way too damn sensitive and needs to buck up, is what they need to do. They need to buck up and buckle down. Make sure y'all hitting that thumbs up as well. Appreciate it. These are people that experience fake orgasms, fake sex, and they want to make sure everybody else has all fake, fake, fake. It's fake. You want to pretend. The reason why people want what somebody else has, and I've always told you men and you women this: stop being egotistical and arrogant. And listen, when a woman comes on to you, it is not about you. Rarely, it is about the competition with that woman. It's not about you. It's not about you. And to be honest with you, the only person that should validate you is your woman. Real talk. That's called loyalty. Well, sorry, don't nobody validate me except for this person, because this person, and really, she ain't even got to validate you. There's a lot of women out here that are fake women. They have no idea about their powers of their own. And they want to be somebody that they're not. I want to be you. I want your fertility. I want men to feel the same way about you, me, that they feel about you. I want this. I want that. Why can't you develop those powers within yourself? Because it ain't meant for every woman to have that type of power. This is the reason why there are some women who are very, very fertile, and some women that couldn't have a baby if they life depended on it. Having a child is a spiritual gift. What y'all thought that was? Y'all thought that was just some kind of y'all thought we were like dogs? Well, we're closely related to the other mammals, but we have bigger brains than most mammals, except for a couple of other. No, actually, we have the biggest brains out of each animal. That's the reason why my head's so damn big, is because I'm intelligent. So you got to understand. Thank you, Miss Likeable. What's up, girl? I ain't seen you in a minute. You the one of the people that had gotten blocked in the chat. People that are codependent with the temperance card, and see, this is where God is still working on you. God is still working on you, baby. When you so codependent that you can't be yourself, you want to be somebody else altogether, but you can't actually be somebody else, but you can possibly be better than what you are. You can make life better for yourself, but you can't be somebody else. because you guys see it every single day. People with identity issues. I want to be you. No, you can't be me. I know you want to. So people like that will try to steal your essence. I call these spiritual appropriators. Spirit appropriators. I want to be you just for 5 minutes. And I'm so desperate to be somebody else that I'll even try to steal their energy. Guys, we've got psychic vampires out here. And you guys know that I've had several women. Let me tell y'all something that's truth. I've had several women on YouTube trying to steal my fertility. Can you believe it? How do you steal fertility? I swear to Goddess. Trying to steal my fertility, and then told me, oh, well, we're gonna curse your womb and we ain't gonna never let you have no more babies. In real life, like I'm not even joking with you. That is because they want that energy. My grandmother is all over it. She's just all over it. My grandmother actually had 7 children. She was supposed to have 8 children, but one of them, she had a miscarriage with one of her children. She lost the baby. So technically, my grandma was supposed to have 8 babies. And that's because God wanted her to procreate. Now, unfortunately, a few of her children, and it's not unfortunately because they're in the spirit realm, they didn't do so well in this life. And they went on to do something else. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has their own spiritual path. Okay. So this is one of the reasons why my grandmother hangs out with me so much, is because she wants to make sure that I don't make a lot of the mistakes that she made. And having children is not the mistake. Children are not a mistake. Children are a blessing from God. Okay. But if you notice, I had a group of fake witches. I don't believe that a lot of them are even women. And they just wanted to feel what it felt to be me just for a day. And then they got addicted to it. So that's why they run around here and they try to be me. They make up stories. They're constantly bothering me, constantly. It's ridiculous. And see, this is what comes with a lot of the transhumanism that's happening, is people trying to be something other than what they are. Okay, there's a reason why I have 4 children. The reason why is because I have the patience to do it. So temperance also represents patience. Okay. You got to have a lot of patience even to have 1 child. That's why y'all see all these crazy people doing crazy stuff in the news. Doing crazy stuff to their own kids in the news. Some people are so sick that they will even be okay with sleeping with your man and allowing them to call and telling them, call me her, say I'm her, call me by her name. Call me her. Call to me as if you're calling to her. Now, some of those people are psychic vampires. Okay, some of those people are doing vampirism. Oh, I want to take that person's energy. Okay. Okay. So, you know, there are some people that just, they don't have their own energy to save their little hope, their little souls. And that's what that temperance card represents. So if I do a reading for you and you want to know about a person, I can tell you about a person, and you know, you can avoid a lot of that crap. You can avoid a lot of the crap by not dealing with somebody like that, especially if it's a woman. Men are predispositioned to have identity troubles. They got to have a real woman in their life to help them discover who they are. But women have a serious, serious issue when it comes to that. And I can guarantee you that a lot of my enemies, these people are exactly the same. That's just the reality of it. Okay. It's just the reality of it when you see temperance. And I just saw that in particular for the Libras. I actually have a lot of Libra clients in spite of what people think. And it made a lot of sense to me what I saw in the reading for the Libras for the singles. I'm going to go ahead and play that video real quick for you guys, the Libra singles reading, and as to why Libras, and then also the Virgos, believe it or not, Virgos have that problem to where they have to know that somebody else wants you in order for them to validate their own feelings. So are we not listening to our own minds? What are we doing here? Are we listening to somebody else? No, you're the Two of Swords because you're allowing your vision to be through someone else's vision, and you can't do that. Your vision has to be your vision, and that's it. Otherwise, you're living within someone else's reality, that of which you cannot do. Nobody is permitted to live in somebody else's reality. You have to live in your own reality. And if your reality stinks, then you have to change it. You can't say, oh, well, you know, I want to take little bits and pieces of this person's reality and make them my reality. No, it's just not going to happen. That's I have my own earth. You got your own earth. All of the people up and down the street. There's many, many earths. There's billions of earths. There's not just one earth when it comes to your life. Okay. Let's look at the Libra reading that I just did.
Hello, Libra.
Because Libra's got the Temperance card twice.
Lovers and singles reading. This is going
I'll be right back, y'all.
Of 2019. So welcome to the channel. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. If you need a private reading or other spiritual services, the link to my website is below. I do offer hex removals, cleanses, hexes, reversals, love spells, money spells, bindings, protection. You guys can reach me below, okay? All right, so we're going to be using the Witch's Tarot deck, and let's just get started. We're going to start with the Lovers, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, Guardian Angels for the Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What are you seeing currently going on in the love relationship of the Libras at the moment, at current, and then what are you seeing coming up for July of 2019 for the Libra lovers? All right. Ancestors, masters, guardian angels, love for the Libras. All right, I'm sure we have the answer. All right. I feel like a lot of you Libras are possibly dealing with either an air sign or a fire sign energy. Air would be Gemini, another Libra, or an Aquarius. Fire would be Aries.
Guys, let's skip forward to the singles. I'm gonna skip forward to the singles because if you're a single Libra, this is why, and ain't nobody gonna stick around for that. That's just no, unless they just want to use you for something. Hold on, y'all. Let's go to the singles.
I caught my boyfriend cheating on me, and that's what made me decide to call Psychic Donna for the first time.
Or are you seeing, what are you seeing for the single Libras in July of 2019? Libra, I can't say that I'm terribly happy with what I'm saying. Y'all holding on to the past. You're holding on to the past. You're trying to get back together with somebody that you probably shouldn't have been with in the first place. That person was not for you. Temperance is saying to you, you've waited, you've been patient. That person lied to you. That person is not coming back to you. This is a person that is either earth, fire, or air. They not coming back. They told you that they were coming back just so that they wouldn't have to deal with your telepathic self, because you guys tend to run a little wild with your emotions. Time to let that go. Time to get that person out of your mind. You just can't stop thinking about them. And the problem is because that relationship was not supposed to last a long time. It was only meant to teach you something. You still stuck on that person. Probably was an angel of destiny. I've actually had that happen to me before, to where I was stuck on somebody. It was like 8 years, but I wasn't actually stuck on somebody. I was just stuck. It wasn't his fault. It was me. I was the one that was doing it. Now you do have a fire sign lover. This is a Leo. This is either a stud or a very, very beautiful woman that's coming in. This is somebody pursuing you. They are on a white horse. You still stuck on the past. Don't take that into the new relationship with that person. Turn that negative into a positive. That's why the Three of Wands comes up. Also, the Nine of Wands comes up. So this is where you're going to have to be fearless. You're just going to have to be fierce and just face the music. Face it, okay? The Eight of Swords tells me that you're locked in, though. This person has moved into your head, and you can't blame that person. You have to deal with yourself. That's why Eight of Swords comes in. You the one that is still thinking about that person. No, they did not give you closure. So what? Give yourself closure. Everybody isn't going to always give you closure. You've got to develop a sense of control and power within yourself to give yourself closure. Nobody has to give you closure, ever. I'm just telling you the truth. Spirit, give me some clarity on the Eight of Swords. Okay. Ten of Pentacles comes up. Okay. I get that, you may even have children with this person. I can see a little boy, a son. You may have children with this person. Okay, it may not even be a son. It could be a very bright child. You've got to get out of this state of mind in order for you to have this state of being, okay? Which is the Ten of Pentacles, which is love and happiness. There's a big old house in the background. You see that? And there's a baby right there, either a new baby, okay? But you're stuck. You seem to be holding on for dear life, never letting go. Please let go, Libra. Please. A lot of y'all probably need cleanses and cord cuttings. This is the sign of a need for cord cutting. Okay, I do offer those, and those are on sale for the summer. Okay, let's do a final advice card for the single Libra spirits. Oh yeah, you got to take that leap of faith. You got to, and the Nine of Wands is when you make that leap of faith, and you know everything's gonna be okay. See, the Moon card comes up. This could represent your ex's mother, or it could represent their mother. But I still feel as though if the mother did stop the relationship, it was for a reason. If that is the case, or they could be with their baby mama. This ex that you're wanting to get back with, they with the baby mama. Okay, and that person ain't letting that person go. Now the Four of Cups comes up. This is representing general unhappiness within self. So you can't attach to other people and expect for them to make you happy. You have to have the ability to be happy prior to that situation. Even though you may feel like, oh, I'm the damsel in distress, or, I need a woman to come and cook for me and give me the all somebody else, then how do you expect to find love or to keep it? Look, like I said, there's a fire sign, very, very sexy and hot. Okay, and they coming in and see you're having a hard time even appreciating that because you just need a cord cutting. You just really need to take that spiritual leap of faith. Even though you didn't get a lot of major arcanas in your reading, you still got the Moon card and the Temperance card. So you're sort of, another thing that spirits want me to tell you is stop being codependent on negative energy.
I do have a habit of falling in love with unavailable men. I met a new guy who was really great. I was really excited about him. I just wanted to know if he was the one. So I decided.
You don't need for your man or your woman to be looking at somebody else for you to be interested. Mm-hmm. You don't need to have arguments, fights, sadness. I feel like it's trauma bonding. I feel like you did a lot of trauma bonding with this person, probably because you did that in your childhood. That's something that you got used to, but you just got to grow up. This is when you grow up. The Nine of Wands is when you go, you know what? I got all this stuff in the past. I'm taking my own route. I'm going my own way in life. Okay. So I can definitely see that there's something that happens or something that has happened within your own family. You may even have that generational hex over on you, which was caused by a female probably several generations ago. But again, you got to start doing the spiritual work, and then also definitely stop blaming people that you don't know. People that you don't know are not to blame for your problems. Now, if you throw out negative energy to people that you don't know, they have the right to send it back to you. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, Libra. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, leave a comment. If you guys need to reach me for any reason, the link to my website is below. Visit TarotQueenJamila.thedivinemommy.com, and I'll see you guys next time. Love and light.
All right, so that was a very, very good example of what I'm talking about with as far as what I could see very clearly in that reading. And it's not just the Libras, so nobody's just saying that this is just the Libras that's doing this, but a lot of people have a tendency to do that. This is the reason why there's a lot of treachery and negative energy and demonic stuff. And, I think that people just really need to learn how to live a real life, especially on the internet. I swear to y'all, I got like 10 boyfriends that I've never even met these people, and they in a relationship with me. Okay. Danielle Williams said, I feel so bad for my friend. She's a Libra. I try to tell her she's a beautiful queen every time I talk to her. Well, see, here's the whole thing about that with air signs. they will have a thought process that they can't get rid of because air sign people, period, they are very cerebral people. It's their mind that does it. So she's got to work on her mind and her mindset, how she perceives herself, how she perceives other people, because that's the problem. You know, they say that water sign people are the best lovers, and the reason why is because we stay true to our hearts. That's one of the reasons. I'm not going to be with somebody that I don't truly want to be with for any reason, ever, ever. If I don't want to be with you, I'm not going to be with you. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not loyal. I'm very, very loyal. But with air sign people, that is a consistent problem. A consistent problem with air energies, because they've got thoughts and perceptions and patterns in their mind that they can't seem to let go of. Okay. So and it does create that. And see, this is the reason why I'm here. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm here to shed some light is all I'm trying to do. And you guys can see that the trolls were already in here attacking me. And that is because the truth hurts. Okay? The truth hurts. But in reality, this is the reality of it. If you want to experience real love, then first of all, start by loving yourself. And I'm not talking about somebody that y'all have seen people that call themselves loving themselves, and then they really honestly don't. They really honestly don't have any self-love, because it's not okay for them to be who they are. They have to be someone else, which ties into temperance. I can tell a lot about you from this temperance card and the surrounding cards that are with it. I can tell a lot about a person by your reading that I do on you. That's the reason why a lot of people, they'll come to me and they'll say, well, tell me, what in general message does the spirits have for me? And I'll let them know, and if I see something like that, and it's not to say that all air signs are guilty of this, because we've got earth signs that might be guilty of that. And it's not even about guilty, because who are you affecting except for yourself? I mean, you can sit up there and bug the hell out of somebody else, but in reality, you're going to have to be the one that's going to look in the mirror at night before you go to bed. You're going to have to be the one and look at yourself and take a look at yourself. And I'm not talking about just a physical mirror. I mean, I got a mirror right here. I ain't talking about just that. I'm talking about your actual spiritual self. As far as what you're doing can be very, very painful, very, very painful for people when they're going through that. And I'm patient with those types of people, but I'm only patient to a fault, because sometimes your spirits, they want you to hear the message in a very, very negative way. Y'all remember when I did that reading on Chris Brown, and somebody decided to email me from Chris Brown's camp or one of his fans and was like, he's not going to go to jail. I'll show you. But then the next day, Chris Brown went to work. He got to suing folks and doing all kind of stuff because he knew that the perception of him was bad. What's up, Lamas Chula 77? Hello. So it ain't meant for you to love somebody else just because it's not, look, for me, I'm not the type, and see, this is where you come in line where there's like this love competition. And then that's when I just kind of drop out of that altogether. When I see a group of women competing against me for a man's affections, I totally set myself apart from that. And as a man, you should do that too. Because how are you going to know if somebody really fucking loves you? Why would you want something fake? Why do you think that half of our marriages end in divorce? Because the Temperance and the Devil card. The devil can represent somebody that's preoccupied with themselves. Let's take Rosemary's Baby, for example. Remember how hurt Rosemary was when she finally, when he, got her pregnant with the devil's baby, and she was talking to Hutch, and she was telling Hutch, she was like, oh, he became very preoccupied with his career all of a sudden. And also because he wanted to really avoid her because he felt bad about what he had done. But the devil represents somebody that's preoccupied, somebody that's not in tune with you. They may be preoccupied with their money. I know that for me, after a certain time, I'm focusing on my family and my loved ones. I don't sit up here all day and night and stress about clients and stuff. You can't do that because the clients are going to come. You're not a real witch if your spirits are not sending you clients automatically. There should be no way that you should be on here yelling and screaming at Jamila for clients. If you are, then you ain't no real witch. Facts. I don't care how many jars you do. I don't care what you do. You ain't no real witch because your spirits ain't bringing you no clients. Because you can be look, and Temperance, and see, these cards right here tell me a lot about a person. It really does, especially the Temperance card. It tells me that a person is very codependent. They need to see something through somebody else's eyes. Otherwise, they're blind. And so there's a lot of other cards that might come up with that. The Death card, the Five of Wands, people that are the Temperance card, they're definitely predispositioned towards being jealous of other people. How could they not be jealous of somebody else? How can they not be? They living in a fake, plastic, false world that has nothing to do with them. They're trying to live somebody else's life that's not meant for them. And probably because the life that they lived was probably going to lead them to death and destruction. Okay. And in order for them to save their own life, and this is very, very bad because you can't use, see, this is the reason why the world is where it's at now. This is the reason why, because so many people think that way. Oh, I'm going to sacrifice the life of another human being, and I'm going to take what they have, and I'm going to, well, no, well, then, God is, the goddess and the universe is not sticking by you through that. They're really not. They're really not. You got to live the life that you're supposed to live. If it were meant for me to be a player and, some kind of freaking porn star or something, you think I would have kids that I'm always at home with? Come on now. That's because that was what was meant for me. Yeah, it was meant for me to travel and do all those other things, but that's one major aspect of myself. Is it meant for somebody else to look at me and go, I want a bunch of children at home too, and I want the love that she has? Well, you know what? It wasn't meant for you to have that love. Because if it was meant for you to have that love, you would have it. So you got to be you. Now, that's not to say, because I know there's a lot of women out there that's having fertility problems. I showed y'all a fertility ritual. Why would you rather go and be negative about the situation instead of coming and getting the proper help that you need? Because infertility is sometimes explained. Most of the time, it's unexplained. You see what I'm saying? So understand that. Stop being codependent on people and other energies. Develop your own energy. You know that it took me 30 something years to build up to who I am, and you think I'm going to let somebody take it? Girl, bye. It took years of seasoning. I had to be seasoned first. I had to be seasoned. I had to be taught. I had to go through trials and tribulations. I had to go through a lot of truths, a lot of realities to get to the person that I am now, which is the person that so many people want to be. Well, you just, so wait a minute. I've taken years to develop myself, and then you going to take the person that I am? That's why I always call to my witch's power every day. I call to my witch's power every day, because while you sleeping, you got some person that's sleeping that can't sleep trying to take your power from you as a woman. And we've got men out there doing it. We've got men out there doing it too, ever since they've created all of this sickness within everybody, making men want to be women and women wanting to be men. This is a sickness. And see, a lot of those energies have to come from people that were born in nature. So, you know, man has been fighting against nature and man is losing against nature. And that's just the reality of it. So listen, when it comes to the Temperance card, if you get the Temperance card in a love reading, you are somebody that most people cannot deal with. You're somebody that most people cannot deal with. You know why? Because you're codependent. You create drama. You create, you know, situations that are supposed to bring you closer together. And sometimes those situations do bring you closer together. But then a lot of times those situations divide you and conquer you. A lot of the times, most of the time. And I know this is a very heavy subject, and this is very, very deep. Don't let this pass you by. And you know how you can tell, because I've had somebody try to say that I'm trying to be like somebody else, and I'm not. I've always talked like this. Even when I was in Kansas City, Missouri, I always had a Southern accent. People would always tell me, you sound like you from the South. This would always happen to me. But I've got a totally different set of values and beliefs. And people that have identity issues that want to steal your identity, what do you think they're doing? They putting a mask on, is essentially what they're doing. It's much easier to put on a mask than to wear your actual face. Because if you wore your actual face, then people would see you. But they would only see you how you see your damn self. People see you how you see yourself. That's why I have people contacting me every single day. I want to read. I want this. I want that. I need this. I need that. I don't ever get my panties up in a bunch worried about money. You know why? Because I trust in my spirits and I know exactly what I'm doing. And then also another thing, the negative energy that I get sent, even poverty energy, I convert it. You can send somebody 10 billion pounds of poverty energy and they can turn it into $1 million or $10 million. That's why I rarely even fight against these energies. Now you got somebody running around here lying and saying that I have herpes right now, but see, that's because that person has herpes. And they want to get back at people, and I'm angry and I'm upset and I can't understand what's going on. I don't know. That's why that person says that. And the reason why they say this is because they probably have herpes, or either they just, you know what I'm saying? I haven't even looked into it. I don't read people like that. I just block, banish, reverse. That's what I do with folks like that. That's how I handle that. It's a lot of very spiteful, diabolical personalities in this world that would go around and lie on a person. It's disgusting. Do those people have power? Hell no. They don't. They only have power if you give them the power. Okay? Thank you, Jules. They only have power if you give them power. They don't have no power, because if they had any power, they would have confidence and they wouldn't have to talk about you. They wouldn't have to spread rumors about you. They wouldn't have to lie on you. But I will tell you that those types of people, they can send out entities. Entities. They can either send out entities or they can try to collect energy from you. This is the reason why I do a reversal every day. Every day. All of the energy, all of the negative energy that these people that are related to the temperance and the devil, I send it right back to them. What else am I supposed to do? And they know it. And that's why they mad. This is why I have so many haters, because I am worthy of being hated by those that hate themselves. I am the reason why they wake up in the morning. They don't have enough sense to thank me for the light that I brought into their life. But I am the reason why they wake up in the morning. I'm the reason why they up all night. I'm the reason why they even come to YouTube. I'm the reason why they even have any kind of hope, because I am many different things. And a person with low self-worth is not one of them. I ain't got to come on here and lie on nobody. In fact, I don't even have to have no beef with nobody. People have beef with me because they want to be noticed. This is the reason why I didn't continue to cover up my subscriber list. This is the reason why. And I probably would have way more subscribers than that, but that's cool, because Spirit wanted me to do spiritual work. Because if I'd have ended up with 100,000 subscribers, I just would have been getting that YouTube paycheck, and I wouldn't have been doing that work that I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm cool with that. Eventually, Spirit gonna give me a break from all of that. But it's lots of work to do. So then why are these witches the temperance card? What witch do you know that is the temperance card? Not hardly any of them. Not any of them with natural born gifts and abilities. And in order to be a witch, you have got to be born with that ability. It has to be there. If it's not there, then it's just not there. You can't steal those powers from anybody else. Okay, this is one of the biggest things that actually happens in the spirit realm, to where people will try to steal power. Don't make no difference. You do what you got to do. Now, I'm not saying that you can't love somebody that comes up as the temperance and the devil card. Just do your work. Like every other woman, like every other witch. And a lot of you that are actual natural born witches, y'all were oppressed to the max. Y'all were the ones that were encouraged not to practice witchcraft. Because if you would have practiced witchcraft years ago, it would have been a lot of different things that are going on in this world. So that's how evil was able to take over, and that's how evil was able to reign, because it convinced so many witches, fairy witches, eclectic witches. I don't care what kind of witch you are or where you come from, that energy suppressed the actual real witches and then gave leeway to these fake witches to come out here, steal your energy, and try to use it. And they don't even really know how to use it the same way that you do, because it comes from you. Y'all remember, let me give y'all another example. Austin Powers. Remember when Dr. Evil wanted to take Austin Powers' mojo? Okay. Same difference. And the mojo kind of comes from your root chakra. And, you know, they'll want to take that out of you and then use it. But in reality, nobody can do that. Okay. So when it comes to love and the temperance and the devil card and all of that, the devil is a trickster and a slickster. And the devil can be in all of us. We can all be very tricky individuals. But the point that I'm trying to make is that when it comes up in a love reading, you dealing with a person that's preoccupied with something other than the love relationship. Okay, let's just put it like that. Whether or not it's sex with other people, whether or not it's porn, whether or not it's drugs, whatever it is, whatever it is. Okay, whether or not it's just their freedom. I always tell y'all that when you start doing work on a man, he start doing weird shit. Let me tell you why men start doing that, because they can sense that you're taking their freedom away from them. And, you know, men have been taught that, oh, you've got to soar your royal oats and go out there and sleep with a bunch of women that are empty and have a bunch of empty sex. And it's draining. The same thing with a woman. It'll drain you. If you a man and you out there having a bunch of empty sex, it's going to drain you. It don't have nothing to do with the women that you're dealing with. You're just dealing with a bunch of emptiness, and that's going to drain you spiritually and physically, and it will make you age. Okay? So you got to understand, temperance is all about the principality of the thing. Like, this is all about principle, discovery, and, you know, finding your balance and finding yourself. And then, of course, when you find that balance and you find yourself, then you've got the devil and, you know, people that represent those energies. Here they come for you. Oh, you found your balance. Oh, you like that? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to try to make you not like it. Are you going to allow other people to control your mind? Are you going to allow it? It's look, I see people every single day. They claim that they so powerful and all powerful. They under mind control. You under mind control. A lot of these people under mind control of my ex that they probably ain't even never met. Ain't that a shame? When you tell them you under mind control, they don't want to listen, because that is what mind control is all about. Let me tell you something. We got about another 4 years of going through this. It's probably going to take them about 10 years to figure it out. They're going to look up. They're going to look at themselves in the mirror. They're going to go, oh, my God, I have aged about 20 years. I have allowed several years of my life to go by because I was caught up with this person that I didn't even know. What is I going to do? What is I going to do? And these supposed to be very, very wise people. Mm-hmm. So I'm just telling y'all what I know, because I've been there, done that. I done been there, done that. You know, it's some people on here, they way older than me, and I done been exactly where they at, and they just don't know it. They just don't realize that. It's like, and then also people are always stuck on age. Well, if you really want to know how old I am, I'm probably billions of light years old. You know what I'm saying? When you think about my spiritual nature. But, you know, age ain't nothing but a number. Okay. truly. So I'm just letting y'all know what I know. Stop allowing yourself to be used by demons. You're wasting your life. You're sitting around waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting until you get up in your damn 40s. And that's why I said, and you know what? I knew intuitively, I knew that it was people that was taking my life essence. I knew it for like the past 10, almost 7 years. I knew it that they were trying to take my essence from me. And you know what? I'm a practitioner, so I get to take all that back. See, that's how I am. I can be an Indian giver sometimes. I'm going to take it all back. And I ain't gave nothing, nobody. So that ain't even Indian giving. Okay. Exactly, John. John said Toronto Raptors defeat Golden State Warriors to win their first NBA championship. That's exactly what it exactly. You let us women deal with this for real, because it's all about the women and what they doing. And when you got women that are not on point with that, then you got to be on point. I'm not gonna sit up here and go to no woman and say, "Hey, why would you try to sleep with my man? Oh my God." No. Okay. That ain't gonna never happen. But the whole point of it is that this temperance card ain't no power. There is no power in being the temperance and the devil card, not when it comes to your own life. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at the standard definition of the temperance card. Okay. Many of you have to learn how to read deeper into your cards. Temperance signifies balance, peace, patience, and moderation. This major arcana indicates that you have found your inner calm and have a good perspective on things. It is a sign that the relationships in your life are harmonious. Yes. Okay, now what about the surrounding cards? Okay, listen, the surrounding cards. If I get Temperance, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Death card, hell, you all good. But if I get Temperance, the Devil, the Death card, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Swords, oh, you messed up. So the adverse effects of that is disharmony, imbalance, onset of illness, lack of patience, lack of understanding. And then also Temperance represents codependency. Okay, it's supposed to be about capability, control over yourself, moderation of drugs and alcohol, right? But codependency goes a lot deeper than drugs or alcohol, because codependency can be where you are codependent on someone else's energy to get you going. Okay, see, for me, I'm a self-starter. I've always been that way. But that doesn't mean that I'm the only one that's like that. I will tell you that I'm one of those people that really don't need a lot of motivation. I just do. I just go with whatever's in my spirit. But there's a lot of people that need that motivation, and it's nothing wrong with that. But see, you're codependent on it, and there's a problem. Okay, so looking deeper into the tarot, and guys, please believe that I got my deck coming out. I got the Divine Mommy Tarot deck will be coming out. I'm just looking for an artist to draw the pictures for me. Okay, and every person that owns a tarot deck that creates one can apply whatever definitions that they want, and Temperance will be just that. Okay. All right. So if you guys need to reach me for readings or either spiritual work, the link to my website is below. Crystal, he's hiding so much that I couldn't even tell you if you need a private reading. You need a private reading. So I wouldn't even put your stuff out there like that. You need to come and get a private reading, okay? This can apply to anybody. But you can tell codependent people, that's a very good question, Lataska. Let me tell you something. I had somebody accuse me of wanting the person that I'm with, that I have a real sexual connection with, real. Like when he leave, I'm sad. I'm sad. I don't ever want him to go. He tried to tell me that all of those feelings was based upon somebody else flirting with him. So codependent people will go around accusing other people of being codependent, won't they? I'm not going to love somebody and give my body to somebody and give my heart to somebody that I don't actually truly love. Are you serious? But that person accused me, oh, this person just doing that because so-and-so flirted with so-and-so. And so a lot of people that are codependent like that, you can tell that even those lovers will try to make you jealous. They will. But in reality, it's not the jealousy that keeps me there. It's the way he smells. It's the way he kisses me. It's the way he hugs me. It's the way he talks to me. It's the way he makes love to me. Why can't you give a person credit where credit is due? So we got a serious, very, very serious problem with people not being able to see the truth and open up their eyes to it. Okay. And see, this is where you get all of the confusion and the drama and the crazy and da. Listen, when you truly love somebody and when you just like, whoa. See what I'm saying? And other people might even be able to get in that person's head sometimes. But the way I am, I show you how much I love you. I'm not the type of person that's just going to say it. I'm going to show it. If it's meant to be between the two of us. Okay? And my ancestors will let me know that. There are some people that have never experienced real love in their life, and they'll say things like that. And when they see real love, it makes their skin crawl. They hate it when they feel that energy. You would think that if you, I mean, the ambience that we was in one night, and we made contact with this person reacted with anger, hatred, jealousy, and strife. Because that person is closed off. But see, my heart chakra is very open. You see what I'm saying? So I don't have those problems. When I love you, and that's it. There's a couple of other things that I want to talk to you guys about, but I'm going to leave it at this tonight. But I will tell you that loving somebody just because you jealous, because, oh, they was looking at another woman. Why do y'all think that, okay, I watched Eve's Bayou this morning. Why do you think the dad died in that movie? Because he was codependent on other women being attracted to him because, you know, he no, not his beautiful wife and children, no. And then the wife was even codependent on him cheating because y'all remember one night he came home and she knew he had been cheating. And you know, he was like, baby, what's wrong, baby? And she just fell all in his arms. Not saying that what they had wasn't real love, but by that time, you know, because things can change sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe it was like that from the beginning. But if you notice throughout the whole movie, the mother was constantly angry about this man cheating on her. And why wasn't Madame Moselle or Aunt Moselle doing anything about it? It was like that question mark. What's going on here? I'm a Cancer on the cusp of Gemini with a Leo rising. And so I'm just telling y'all, man, you know, because my whole thing about it is that a lot of the people that have a problem with me is because they were meant to experience something real. Maybe the reason why I came into your life was so that you could start understanding what was real. It wasn't meant for you to take my energy. No, no. That's my mojo. That's mine. That's me. You can't take my energy, but you can develop and take the time to develop your own. Now, I can tell you something. This can be very, very difficult for a lot of people. It can be very, very difficult for people to do that, especially when I removed my money blockage. It was very scary and very painful. Oh my goodness, they had a money blockage on me. Whoo, Lord, I ain't gonna never have to go through that again. Never. I ain't gonna never go through that mess again. Hell no. Okay, and the floodgates was open, and you know, it was a lot of people that was just like, well, I don't want to develop my own gifts. That look hard. It sure does look hard. Took me 3 years to get up to the point where I got to last year. And that's why my haters will say, well, why you ain't, well, if you did this, well, why you ain't got that? Well, I just did that last year. We're going to do that. We're going to do even more this year. What you talking about? So people try to put limitations and time limits on when you're supposed to have your success and when you're supposed to have this, this, and that. Don't pay no attention to folks like that, man. People like that. Now, I will tell you that if you got somebody doing something like that to you, don't be no fool. If you're not seeing stuff come into fruition, then you do got to do work. Now that I've had people doing work on me, which made no sense because I'm not your hater. So you're putting all your energy into me, somebody that's not your hater, somebody that's just sending your bad energy back to you and protecting myself. Yeah, buddy, you're fighting the wrong person. Okay, so there's some people that are ignorant like that. You know, oh, I can't look at what's really bothering me. I got to go and put this all off on Jamila. I don't think so. So that's what we've had a lot of. And it's actually, it's not funny, but it's the truth. You got folks doing work on me as if I'm their enemy, and I'm sitting up there looking at them like, well, if you want to be my enemy, you can be my enemy, but I can swear to you that literally, you know, I'm not the one that's trying to stop you. You the one that's stopping you because you're not learned enough and you're not woke enough to see who your enemy really freaking is. And those are the people that are willing to play along with you, to be your yes men. See, those are your handlers. These are people that are going to keep you from experiencing anything real. If you guys have money blockages, you guys can come to me. It takes me exactly, I'd say about 3 hours to remove money blockages, if not less than that. Okay. All right, guys, I will see y'all later. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you guys hit that thumbs up. Make sure that y'all hit that subscribe button. Yes, tarot classes will be happening really soon, but I got a lot of spiritual work to do. I got a lot of work to do. Okay, that's why I was put here. So if you guys need to reach me, my summer pricings are actually very, very good. And I look forward to hearing from all of you guys. Okay. All right now. Love and light.